Week's main news. Azerbaijan National Statehood Party head Nemat Panahlы arrested. Mass arrest of religious followers in Azerbaijan under terror charge. Annual Fethullah's compensation funds transferred to his suspended account. Journalists not allowed to attend meeting with Barroso. EU think tank project presented. Government's figures for minimum living standards do not reflect reality.
Hooliganism committed with application of weapon or subjects of the criminal code. Panahlы's lawyer Elchin Sadigov told Objective TV today. Judge Sayad Gafani chaired the hearing. Sadigov noted that the Nasimi District Police Department Inspector Mushfiq Ali Mahmadov had filed a motion with the District Prosecutor's Office demanding pretrial detention. Nasimi District Prosecutor Agshin Ziyadov will submit a statement to the court after considering the motion. The judge sentenced both persons to 2 months of pretrial detention. Panahlы and Farzulayev will be transferred to the Baku Investigative Prison. Although the hearing had been scheduled to be held at 2 p.m., the process was delayed until the evening hours and media representatives were not allowed to participate in the hearing. Azerbaijan National Statehood Party Chairman Nehmat Panahlы was detained by plainclothes persons on January 8th and taken to the Nasimi District Police Office, number 21. The reason for his detention was citizen Eldar Raziev's appeal to the police on January 7th. He said that he was beaten and cudgeled in Mirali Gashkai Street by Panahlы and his friend Farzulayev. A criminal case has been launched against both persons under Article 221.3 of the Criminal Code. According to his supporters, Panahlы was actually arrested for his critical opinions published in the press outlets, including the Nota PS, during and following the parliamentary elections.
The Baku City Chief Police Office and the Ministry of Internal Affairs released a statement on a series of arrests of religious followers since January 7th. According to the statement, the police arrested Azerbaijan Islamic Party head Mohsen Samadov on January 7th based on the information received about preparations of a terror act by Samadov. At that time, Samadov and other passengers in his automobile were resisting the police officers, the Baku City Chief Police Office information says. The MIA press service reported that the ministry received information that Samadov had tasked his cousin Dayanat Samadov, a Guba resident, with preparing violent actions, disrupting public safety and provoking people into a holy war. Based on this information, the main fight against organized crime department launched search operations. A shop of electricity equipment owned by Mohsen Samadov's father Mardan Samadov, where Dayanat Samadov also was employed, was inspected and 3 hand grenades were found. In addition, 7 ammunition cartridges and electronic carriers that contained propaganda on religious extremism were revealed. Dayanat and Mardan Samadov were arrested as suspects. Mohsen Samadov, his driver Mir Hussein Kazimov, party department head Vakif Abdullayev and party activist Elchin Hasanov were arrested on January 7th. Mohsen Samadov, his driver Mir Hussein Kazimov, party department head Vakif Abdullayev and party activist Elchin Hasanov were arrested on January 7th. Shahin Hasanli, the religious leader of Mashhadi Dadash Mosque, was detained on January 9th, but he was later released. On January 10th, residents Nuraddin Drafarin and Babak Hasanov, theologian Zulfgar Mikhailzadeh, National and Moral Values Public Union head Mehdi Mammadov, deputy head of Islamic Party Elchin Manafov, Islamic Party spokesman Akif Haydarli and others were detained. About 20 religious followers have been detained in Ganja, a source told Objective TV on the condition of anonymity. The Azerbaijan Islamic Party chairman criticized the hijab ban in the party assembly on January 2nd and assessed it is a moral damage to Azerbaijani people. The video of the meeting was disseminated on social networking sites. It is supposed that the party chairman and his supporters could be arrested because of this issue. The Azerbaijani government does not intend to pay 28,000 euros compensation to imprisoned journalist Fethullayev, as said by the European Court of Human Rights. The funds should have been paid no more than 3 months after the date the judgment was issued, which was October 4, 2010. However, compensation has not been paid so far. Cengiz Askerov, the Azerbaijani delegate in the European Court, informed me through my lawyer that I needed to open a bank account to receive the funds. I opened an account at the International Bank. Today is January 10th, but the funds have not yet been transferred, the journalist's father, Emin Fatullayev, told Turan. Yesterday, the ombudsperson Elmira Süleymanova said that she learned from Cengiz Askerov about the funds were transferred to Fatullaev's personal account on December 22, 2010. But the issue is that the journalist's account was suspended in 2007 when he was arrested and the funds in the account were frozen. Additionally, the Azerbaijani courts accused Fatullayev of tax evasion. At that time, the National Security Ministry seized the computer equipment of Fatullaev's newspaper, Realne Azerbaijan, and didn't give it back. The journalist's father supposes that the government has transferred the money to the suspended account deliberately with the intent to take it back under a court decision on confiscation of funds. In 2007, Einullah Fatullayev, editor-in-chief of Realne Azerbaijan and Gündelik Azerbaijan newspapers, was sentenced to 8 years, 5 months in jail for threatening terrorism, amongst other charges. In July of this year, he was sentenced to an additional 2.5 years in prison by the Garadak District Court under charge of drug possession. The European Court of Human Rights has issued a final and absolute ruling for his innocence and has demanded his immediate release. The Azerbaijani Supreme Court plenum partially fulfilled the decision.
On January 14th, journalists were not allowed to attend the meeting held at Baku State University by the European Commission President, José Manuel Barroso, who is visiting Azerbaijan. The majority of pre-registered mass media representatives stated that these measures had been taken for the high security of the event. Only a limited number of media representatives were allowed to attend the event. After the event, Baku State University awarded Barroso with an honorary PhD. A presentation on the e-Think Tank project took place today at the Diplomat Hotel. The project was implemented by the AN Youth Network with financial support from the German Marshall Fund of the United States. According to the project head, Rashad Shirin, the goal of the project is to research the problems of Azerbaijani society and to create a think tank. In particular, the following issues were studied: state management and human capital, development of a welfare state and free market economy, youth policy, and the environment. Alternative recommendations were made for the resolution of problems in these areas. In particular, proposals to improve government efficiency by attracting decision-making experts, providing a balance between freedom of expression and the privacy of personal life, and increased youth activities and the creation of youth networks, the optimization of local government. Head of the AN Youth Network, Adnan Hajizadeh, evaluated the questions of the balance between personal privacy and freedom of expression. According to him, the authorities must create transparent regulating mechanisms, and the mechanisms to deal with these issues should follow fundamental human rights. The real minimum living standard in Azerbaijan is 168 manat 74 gapik. Official figures are nearly half the actual living minimum standard. On January 14th, Economic Research Center Chairman Gubad Ibagoglu described the calculations carried out for the results in 2010. Experts calculated living standards based on the April 30th, 2009 decision of the Cabinet of Ministers. The living minimum standard was established at 160.66 AZN for the able-bodied population of Azerbaijan. The living minimum standard for pensioners was 146.16 AZN, 199.39 AZN for children under 14. According to Gubadi Bagoglu, difference in age should be considered regarding children, as there are important differences between expenditures of young people. According to the law of the Azerbaijan Republic on the living minimum standard, starting from January 1st, the living minimum standard was 95 AZN. Additionally, the living minimum standard for the able-bodied population was 102 AZN per month, 72 AZN for pensioners, and 76 AZN for children.